And step up when I need to and work when I need to and have a good one.
Good luck. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks.
Agassi will receive to open this semifinal. Lleyton Hewitt on the line.
Get ready for a serious slugfest from the baseline.
Both men have won 4 titles this year. That ties for the most on the men's side. Agassi wins the first exchange. I love New York. Skyrider in the full spirit of this U.S. Open and these times.
Head to head, Lleyton Hewitt leads 4-2. They played twice this year. One extremely close match earlier, about 4 or 5 weeks ago in Cincinnati on a similar surface, a close 2-set match.
Actually, Agassi had a break lead in that opening set, but Hewitt then prevailed 7-5, 6-3. And out in San Jose, they're saying that that may have been the best final on the entire tour this year when Hewitt
I think that was
prevailed.
the best match, men's match of the year. Hewitt winning in 3 tight ones.
First ace.
If Hewitt can have a good day on the serve and get it above 50%, he's going to be in the driver's seat here.
Well, for the tournament, he's 49%, which is encouraging for Andre Agassi, who's been serving at an average of 63% first serves in.
Prior to that point, if you add up all the winners in this championship, they each had 197. That's how well matched they are. Hewitt can generate some power. That was 123 miles an hour on the miss. And an easy hold for Hewitt.
A little interesting that Andre won the toss and elected to return.
Well, he's the greatest returner, in my opinion, in the history of the sport. Jimmy Connors used to me, have the best ever, but Andre's taken it to a new level. You see the young playing man at 32 has had an excellent year, except, as Mary pointed out, at the majors has been a disappointment for him.
Champion here in 94 and 99 and made it to the finals in 90 and 95 as well.
This is unusual for Andre. He usually comes out firing on top of his game. He looks not to be comfortable yet here. He's playing against a guy who runs down more balls than anyone else and who can run down balls for long periods of time. It's not it can be easy to wear him down.
Well, that point, a good example how Hewitt just keeps sideline to sideline, returning everything thrown at him.
And also, Andre would prefer a target. He's certainly not going to get one here against Hewitt.
And the targets he gets, I mean, how do you hit baseline winners against Lleyton Hewitt?
It's not easy.
The target is very small because he is so quick. What Andre took great care in doing is getting to this match in 8.5 hours. Hewitt, it took him 12 hours to win his 5 matches. And Andre knew that he had to save up a lot of energy for this semi.
Andre playing on his favorite surface, this hard court. He has more hard court titles than anyone in the Open era, 40, but he finds himself in trouble very quickly.
That's a perfect example of what he's faced. Agassi's going to have to figure out a way to deal with this.
Not only retrieving, but look at this angle to hit the sideline.
Well, normally it's a good play to go behind your opponent, but the way this guy stops and starts and hustles and then comes up with that type of play, that is just way too good here early in the match.
A quick lead for the 21-year-old from Adelaide, Australia. Strengthen that leg movement by running in the sand dunes there as a kid.
And hitting outright winners, as Andre just did there, is a very difficult task. And yet that's what it's really going to come down to. Great defense from Andre and some very great offense as well.
Good service return starting that point for Agassi. Hewitt about the same size as Agassi, both 5'11" and between 150 160 pounds. He won 52 matches this year. That ties him with Andy Roddick for the men's lead. Already $8 million in the bank at age 21.
It's going to take Andre a little bit of time to accept the fact that he's not moving as well as his opponent, and so mentally that sort of it's an irritant, and so you feel even slower out there than you actually, because Andre moves around the court quite well. He's certainly not at Hewitt's level. He's looking a little sluggish early in this match.
And from love 30 to 30 all for Hewitt, who has the early break.
Lleyton Hewitt is definitely in Agassi's head. I don't think there's a player Agassi prefers playing less than Lleyton Hewitt, and not just because he's #1. I mean, these two share an awful lot of the same qualities, the same talents. But Lleyton can do everything a little bit faster.
He doesn't hit the ball as cleanly when as Andre does, if he can just get those ground strokes and work in order. He doesn't return quite as well. He certainly improved that part of his game, but he's not quite up to Agassi yet.
Oh, a chance for Agassi to break back.
Good idea for Agassi to try to stretch out Lleyton Hewitt, especially on that backhand side, get the other hand off his racket. So he will have to slide the ball to keep it back in the court.
This would be big for Andre if he can get himself the break back and hang in this first set.
That's just the point he wanted to create, Agassi. Once again, he had gotten Hewitt to have to hit a two-handed shot backhand with one hand, and he had the open court. He constructed it exactly the way he wants to, and we will see that strategy throughout this match.
He's got to wait for a shorter ball, though. That Hewitt backhand, even though it was one-handed, Mary, had some nice spin on it. It stayed low, and that's tricky to hit a winner from that position.
It's like the Williams sisters with you. I mean, you get them in a defensive position, and he comes up with something offensive.
Oh, my. Hewitt showing some true firepower early.
And this is not going to help Agassi's cause if he sees the type of shot that he wants to hit coming right back at him. Hewitt's content to sort of just push the ball back. He's taking some pace off a couple of those backhands. He's just so fast he can run almost anything down.
A confident start for the fiery Aussie. 3-love. Welcome back, and Lleyton Hewitt out of the blocks quickly. 3-love lead.
That ball looked out. It was overruled. It was called in by the linesman, but Enric Molina overruled and called it out. Clearly lawn there.
Yeah, that was, even by Matcam standards, a good distance out, a good ball out.
All right, I got a tough enough task here to beat this guy. Give him calls.
Well, the statistics don't lie. Hewitt 4 winners, 2 unforced to start. Agassi 1 winner, 6 unforced. There's the winner. '53 career titles and his wonderful years as a professional include '96 Olympic gold medal winner as well, Andre Agassi. Andre facing only one seeded opponent, Big Max Mirny, and Mirny gave him a tough test. Gamble easily.
He breezed through everyone else. Whoops.
As soon as Agassi hit the net, that point was over. 40-30.
Lleyton Hewitt has allowed Andre Agassi to know what it feels like, and what this is exactly what Agassi used to do to his opponents for so many years. Play very aggressively on defense and just keep working the ball, keeping the points pretty long.
There's Andre on the board.
3-1 Hewitt.
Get the crowd into this match. Hewitt's road to the semifinals certainly more difficult. That Blake match was a fun one to call and watch. 5-setter. Ellen now, he did himself proud there to hang around for 4, but he's got plenty left, old Lleyton Hewitt. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's played his best tennis, so he's certainly playing well here so far.
And as another matter of fact, John, old Lleyton Hewitt is 10 years younger than old Andre Agassi. And legs have a lot to do with the winner, the decision of this match.
So then Pete, who's sitting in the locker room already in the finals, say maybe Andre should win this tiebreaker in the 5th set.
After about 5.5 hours.
Right.
And the first double fall gives Agassi an opening at love 30.
You see Andre starting to move around that baseline there. He's getting into it. Surprise for him that he wasn't totally ready to play. That's respect for Hewitt, who came out strong and is tightened up now a little.
I like when he walks back and forth like that, Agassi, like a caged beast.
There's the return Agassi's shown so many years. Here's Andre Agassi's coach, Darren Cahill. Lleyton Hewitt's old coach was with him for many, many years. His only coach till this year. Now Jason Stoltenberg coaching Lleyton Hewitt, another Aussie. Agassi with 3 break points. How's that for a game?
Breaks him at low. They're back on serve. 3-2. Opening set. We'll be back after this word from your local station.
That year.
Actually, Borg came back to win in 80. I'm sorry. See, I'm so generous. I want to give you that.
Wait a minute. He came back to win where in 80?
That's a win. Borg can't come back to win. Oh, okay. You won.
Yeah,
You're second.
Hold on.
6-4 in the
fifth. Finish the end of the sentence.
Revised history. So that makes it 9 of the last 11 points won by Agassi.
Lleyton Hewitt trying to win his second major in a row, but he was reminded by some Yaski in the stands during that last changeover. Hey, Lleyton, this ain't no Wimbledon. I love New York.
Andre's officially into it now.
So is the crowd.
We got the break. Hewitt, who had started off strong. He's got Hewitt working and running around that court, and he's gotten himself in control of most of the points. That's what Agassi needs to do.
That's 11 of 13 points now for Agassi.
First time these two guys have met in a Grand Slam match. First time, and happy to say it's about time.
So Agassi broke at love and holds at love. It's 3-all. From high above the USTA National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, there it is, the Fuji film blimp shot. One of the world's largest airships flying the skies, and blue skies they are today over Arthur Ashe Stadium. And this one off to a rousing start. Early break by Hewitt. Agassi breaks back. Agassi with the momentum now, 3-all. Second double.
Surprising tell-off by Lleyton here. Started so well. Let Agassi right back in this first set.
Kim Kleister is Hewitt's girlfriend. She lost in the round of 16 to Mauresmo in the singles. Finally, Hewitt ending that run of Agassi points at 11 in a row. Second ace, 121 miles an hour.
We'll have to wait till tonight to see the big servers.
Hey, come on, Mary.
Venus and Serena. Well, they're both bigger than these two guys.
I don't agree with that. I think Lleyton comes over 120 enough, and Agassi can kick it up there.
No, I'm meaning size. Lindsay Davenport yesterday, another semifinalist. Big babes. Emily Mauresmo.
After the Miami, Florida football game, we'll have the women's final in prime time for you. So just stay right where you are. What a super Saturday it is with the 2 men's semis. #1 team in the nation, the defending champion Miami Hurricanes, up at Gainesville against the Gators. And then Serena and Venus Williams will play for the women's title around 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. A break each. They're on serve 4-3 opening set. Saturday, our second semifinal. If you're just walking in from activities on this Saturday, Pete Sampras. Sampras is through to the finals, and that in itself is a Cinderella story. We'll meet the winner of this second semi as Agassi serves 3-4 opening set. Oh, beautifully done.
It's too bad for Andre. He hustled in there to try to take that ball as high above the net as possible, but Hewitt guessed right, and agonizingly it floated over his head for the winner. That may turn out to be a big point in this game. Point Andre should have won.
Pete Sampras, 2 tie-break sets, only 1 service break in the entire match in the third set to dispose of Shane Shulkin. The talented Dutchman gave Pete a good, tough battle. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Another forehand error from Hewitt's end.
And he does have a tendency to pull up on that forehand. Certainly see more unforced errors on that side than you do the backhand.
That's 5 mistakes from that forehand side. Agassi now. Couple of points for 4-all. And a good serve from Andre. 4-all. And Serena and Venus Williams again play for a Grand Slam title, with Serena having won at the French and Wimbledon coming into New York. College football Saturday. We'll check on some other scores for you. The Wolverines ahead of the Broncos of Western Michigan 28-6. Ohio State with a commanding lead. Kent State and Notre Dame after their opening win against Maryland, leading Purdue 14-0 early. Second serve at 15 love, 4-all. See any early pattern here, John?
I don't. I thought Hewitt came out smoking, was playing very well, but the situation has got to him a little bit. Agassi's picked up his game, and it's certainly become anyone's first set. This would be big for Andre if he could sneak out this first set after having been down 3 love.
Ooh, and a double fault. His third. And he has had some trouble with his service throughout this championship, Hewitt.
It looks to me like he goes for too much on his second serve, and that maybe we've seen that through most of the tournament. He's certainly going to be thinking he might have to do it against Agassi as well, because he's returned so well, like he did just there.
Caught the line twice in that quick exchange, and with it, Agassi has 2 chances to break, and then the opportunity to serve for the set, and the crowd loves it. One breaker save served on a 125-mile-an-hour ace.
It's the hardest serve he's hit today. Doesn't want to have to see one of those Agassi returns come back at him.
Exhausting point. Agassi survives. He takes the lead.
How about this number? Andre Agassi hasn't hit an unforced error in the last 6 games.
That's stunning. After Hewitt jumped out to an early 3-0 lead, 3-love lead. Oh my, yo-yo. Hewitt back and forth on a string.
Even Hewitt looked a little fatigued at the end of this long, tough rally. And Andre's been hitting the ball so cleanly throughout this U.S. Open. What a great turnaround for Andre from 3-love down in this first set.
Two points from the set.
He's a frustrated young man right now, is Lleyton Hewitt. Let this first set slip away.
3 set points, Andre Agassi. Impressively, 6-4. Agassi owns the first set. Well, the 6th seed, Andre Agassi, trying to become the oldest to win the U.S. Open Championship in 31 years. Connors 31 Grand Slam semis, and Agassi just one behind Sampras. Sampras through to the finals. Agassi trying to join him for an All-American U.S. Open Championship tomorrow. Hewitt with that 3-love early lead, and then Agassi on his serve in 4 games surrendered only 3 points to Hewitt in running out a 6-4 opening set. "23 straight matches Hewitt has beaten a U.S. opponent, including Pete Sampras in the finals here a year ago. James Blake took him to 5 sets earlier in this championship, as he did a year ago.
Certainly Andre's level of play picked up, but the intensity that you normally see from Hewitt dropped surprisingly. I don't know if he assumed that Andre was going to let that first set go, but he was in for a rude awakening and a bad judgment if that was the case.
And Hewitt comes out to open the second set with a love service game. Let's look at the numbers in that first set.
Agassi's first serve percentage quite high. Hewitt's is higher than normal. What you saw at the end of that first set in particular is that Andre's winners started to creep up and Hewitt started making more and more errors.
And that's very unlike Lleyton Hewitt to have that many unforced errors against winners.
He's showing he's human. He's tight out there so far. He started out great. But since then, has not been the Lleyton Hewitt we expected. He's not going to go away. I can assure you of that. Ball lands right on the line.
And it's confirmed by the chair umpire, Enrique Molina. Matt Cam confirms, painted the line. Now Hewitt broke Agassi and Andre's first service game in the opening set, and here he has a love 30 lead. He's won all 6 points of the second set.
That was defense with high intelligence, because when Hewitt floated over that one-handed backhand, he just guided it deep, floated it long, gave himself time to get back in the court.
He's squeaking beautifully in this game too. I mean, all of that aggressive footwork of Hewitt's is always very nice to hear.
First point for Agassi in this young second set. Saves one breaker, but 2 more chances for Hewitt to gain the lead in this set.
Ball floats just long.
And a break to Hewitt. He leads 2-love in the second.
Andre got a little tentative on a short ball that it looked like he was going to come in on. He backed off. Respects Hewitt's ability to pass. Eventually cost him the point. You see that was just out. Here's his first come on of the match.
Now he feeds off opposing crowds. He's had great success, Davis Cup and big tournaments, when the crowd seemingly is for the opponent. Seems to enjoy being the fan underdog.
He beat the French Open champion Albert Costa in Spain on clay. He beat Gustavo Kuerten in Brazil on clay, which is unbelievable.
Beat Sampras here on the hard court last year.
He can make very large stadiums like this one go quiet. And remember the 23,000 watching Hewitt utterly take down Pete Sampras in last year's final. A comprehensive beating.
After Hewitt won the tiebreak first set 6-1, 6-1 to close out the match. Agassi will accept the double fault and a love 30 lead in this game.
He was really contorting his body on some of these serves. You can understand why he's been under 50% for the fortnight. He's chasing after some pretty tricky tosses. loses his form.
Almost all the time when that ball goes long, you've let the ball toss drop too low.
And 3 chances for Agassi to return the favor.
A surprisingly weak game from Hewitt. Again, had the edge 3-love first set, ended up losing the set. Now here, gets the break and looks to be about to be broken right back.
Only 4 breaks of Hewitt's service in 29 attempts. Agassi's got him twice today. Make it 3 times. They're back on serve in the second set. Agassi owns the first set. Watching this battle of baseliners, Agassi and Hewitt, and Agassi relinquishing the early lead in both sets, but coming back. Now back on serve 1-2 in the second after owning the first set.
4 unforced errors from Lleyton Hewitt in that last game. He's moving very aggressively. He's just not hitting hard. He's missing.
He's not sharp mentally here in this match so far. I mean, this is unlike him to let leads like this slip away. And Agassi's not the guy you want to do it to. Let him get on a roll.
Look at that.
Well, you talked in the match yesterday, Mayor, with Serena Williams and Davenport, that Davenport wants to make it a hitting contest. Serena wants to make it a running contest. That's the case here. I mean, Agassi's better when he's got some time to line up those shots. He's lethal, as a matter of fact. Hewitt wants to keep Agassi moving on a regular basis. So if they're just trading cross-court backhands, I would, to me, favor Agassi.
He sure has been much more willing to squeeze the trigger in these rallies. Go for something big.
Laser accuracy. Agassi hitting the corners, forcing Hewitt to run from corner to corner. Outside in, but Agassi gets it.
Agassi's a mean little motor scooter too. This is a tremendous effort from Andre. How quickly he reacts to this shot.
It's a good play by Hewitt. I mean, he's down 40-love. I mean, he's to make Agassi work at it a bit. He would have certainly liked to have done more with that lob. Forces Agassi to use some energy. It's not enough. Easy hold for Andre. Again, that percentage starting to drop for Hewitt.
Hewitt has started the first 2 sets with some nice, healthy winning streaks. We saw 3-love in the first set, and he lost that one. His serve is giving him all kinds of worries. And since he won the first 7 points of this second set, Andre has won 10 of the last 12. Look at that.
Why would be my question there. I mean, he's not playing with the confidence you normally associate with Lleyton Hewitt. He is more of a true counterpuncher. I mean, it's not as easy for him as it is for Andre to really step in and go for those big shots. He's got bigger swings. His technique not quite as tight. These are the type of points that Hewitt would prefer to play. And then he can show off his quickness here. Agassi gives him the drop shot. He hustles up, places it nice and deep. Maybe against most players that may have been a winner, but not Hewitt. He was ready for more if necessary.
The ace is his fourth. Agassi has played a set and a half without recording an ace. A hold for Hewitt. 3-2 on serve in the second. Keyword CBS Sports Line. Yeah, when the number 17 seed advances to the finals of a Grand Slam, you've got something. That is a long shot, incredible effort by the 13-time Grand Slam champion, Pete Sampras, waiting for the winner of this one.
That's Agassi at his best. The whole package there. It's a restart, a reset. Make sure I got the right shot to go for the winner, which he does right there.
It says a lot about the quality of Andre's hitting that Lleyton Hewitt didn't even begin to go after that shot. Oh, man.
Well, that ball was a little wide there, Mary. Normally a tremendous shot. Agassi has that one-handed backhand overhead, but it's just wide.
And credit Hewitt for his hustle to make Andre hit another shot.
That's Lleyton's problem today. He's doing too much of the hustling.
That's how he's going to win this match, though, Mary. And he's willing to do that. He feels like he can run a lot more than Andre, but still win. Not many people can make that claim.
This is Lleyton. This is the first major Lleyton Hewitt won, and it's also the first major he's ever tried to defend. Should probably keep that in mind. It's a different feeling.
Something tells me he's aware of it. Almost up to us.
Agassi now a point for 3-all.
Again, he forces Andre to hit one more ball. He would have loved to that go a little bit deeper, but somewhere a USTA official has a souvenir.
Second set. Football game. Pete Sampras is through to the finals. Agassi captured the opening set 6-4. It's 3-all in the second. Another miss on first serve from Hewitt.
Wants to get up the backhand up high, so it makes it a tougher ball for Agassi to deal with and hit the winner like he did that first point.
And John, in this set, Hewitt's first serve percentage about 30%. And hanging on 3-all.
That's a well-played point, but both. Hewitt was the first to play some excellent defense. And see, Andre could have done more with that ball. He hit it to the service line, which allowed Hewitt to step in finally. And there's the speed saving him. Takes those little steps, gets himself in position. It's well done. Not very often at net, but when he's gone there, he's perfect.
A skitter off the service line for 40 love.
These new balls after not 7 and 9 games, you can see that ball's got a little extra juice on it.
1 hour into this semifinal match. And a hold at love for Lleyton Hewitt. 4-3 on serve. Agassi leads by a set. I don't know if Andy Rooney's two-fisted forehand or backhand, but he's two-fisted on 60 Minutes every Sunday night at 7. One of the highlights of our family's Sunday evening, watching that great show. And he is a tennis player, isn't he, Mary?
I've seen him. It was a while ago, but yeah, he plays ball.
Agassi serving 3-4 here in the second.
But you know what he hates? Wearing a jacket at the U.S. Open in this weather.
Sounds like a little piece being developed.
Well, the first point, Agassi had played a very loose forehand, and after a pretty long rally there, makes another unforced error. Here's tricky time for Andre at 3-4, love 30, second set.
Hewitt sent a big message in that last game that he was going to be more the aggressor.
This hit, but it stays in.
It's got to be irritating to Hewitt because he completely mishit the return, but it bounced just inside the baseline and then dumps the next shot. That's why he's kicking his sneakers. He's angry right now. Missed opportunity. It wasn't to get the clay out.
Oh, that hooking forehand.
Hewitt didn't think that Agassi could come up with this one. You watch Andre unleash that forehand. Looked like a doubles return. Hewitt did win the doubles here 2 years ago. And he's got a chance to serve out this second set if he can win this point. Totally surprised Andre there.
Well, he was a rabbit, Lleyton Hewitt, throughout that game, and earns the break and a 5-3 lead. He serves to square the match at a set all.
You see, he found the angle he was looking for. He enticed Andre into going for too much, and see, the fire is there. always present in a Hewitt match. Let's see if he can level this match at 1 set all now.
Remember earlier in the set, Agassi broken, but he broke Hewitt immediately in the next game.
He was up 3-love. Hewitt couldn't win the first set. He's up early in the second. This would be 3 for 3 if he blew this service game.
Outside the alley, gets over all the way to the far side of the court, keeps it alive.
That Agassi return would have been a winner against anyone else. Hewitt turned it into a rally.
Agassi seemingly motivated each time he falls behind.
So again, this is a second serve, though, which allows Agassi to step well inside that baseline. It's not fooling Andre.
Yeah, Hewitt only 47% first serves.
It's a streaky match.
And another second serve. It was good. No.
See, that ball was good by Hewitt, and Andre would like to have that shot back. It's not going to work too often against Hewitt. Maybe he felt a little winded there at the end of that long rally. Both players taking their time here at 15:30. Just abysmal serving from Hewitt. So
Four missed first serves, and now a double fault, his fifth, and two chances again for Agassi to break back. Certainly has been a pattern in these two sets. And another miss.
Practice rally. These guys going back and forth, cross court, backhand side. Eventually, Lleyton had enough of that.
Agassi with another chance to break back, 30-40.
No first serves this game.
What great retrieving by Hewitt again. Saves two break points. Now 2 points for the set.
It's not that he retrieves so well, which is obvious. It's where he puts the ball. He gets himself in position, and it's an innate feel to keep him in a point. And then he entices his opponent to go for too much.
Third break point for Agassi. Agassi's made good on 3 of 7. Here's his 8th chance. Only 1 first serve in the entire game for Hewitt. And he double faults. Oh my. Back even in the second set. Here in the second set, Lleyton Hewitt has broken Agassi twice, only to find his opponent breaking back in the next game. So it's 4-5 Agassi. And the serve percentage tells the woes of Hewitt. That's what's really bitten him. 28% here in the second set, and 6 double faults in the match.
I guess you could look at the bright side and say he's still up 5-4. Hewitt, despite this horrible serving.
And our Super CBS weekend continues tomorrow after NFL football, 4 o'clock. Pete Sampras against either the #1 defending champion Hewitt or Agassi, his longtime opponent. Of course, they produced the classic match a year ago, Agassi and Sampras.
That's a shot I'd like to see him utilize more. I mean, he clearly has that shot, but appears content to trade cross-court backhands again, but this time he lines it up, sees the opening, and goes for it.
Agassi that time using Hewitt's quickness to get back in position to hit behind him.
Agassi's moving very quickly as well. We should make note of it. He sees something short, immediately gets himself organized to go for the winner. Now, Andre's doing an awful lot of work out there, and it's paying off.
And that's Agassi, that half volley from the baseline, getting the ball back so quickly, destroying the timing of the opponent.
It's still a ball Hewitt should not miss there. He's showing he is human in this match. He's been really let down his guard on a couple of different occasions.
A couple of points for Agassi to draw even at 5-all. And it is 5-all in the second. Back left, Steffi Graf misses Agassi. She doesn't want to be in any way near the spotlight. This is his time. She seems very content as a mother to let this be the tennis world of Andre Agassi. She has her 22 Grand Slam titles.
She's always a very private person, but
Yes.
even and you had to respect it. Even when she was in the glare of the spotlight, she was in 8 U.S. Open finals, won 5 of them.
5-all. Down to 43% for serves in the match. He disguises so well.
He's just so fit. He allows himself time to hit every kind of shot he wants to hit.
Well, that time it was Agassi who got 2 balls back that should have been winners.
It's interesting because over the last year, Lleyton Hewitt has really gotten inside of Andre Agassi's head. He's taken some tough hits against this guy. And now that role seems very much reversed.
12:30.
Agassi says he remembers the first time he saw Lleyton Hewitt. He was about 15 years old, and Andre claims he needed safety pins to hold up his shorts. He was like a little clothespin out there on the court.
But Hewitt at 16 beat Agassi in a ATP event in Australia.
What a play.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Got the crowd on their feet here. What a shot by Agassi.
After two incredible saves to keep the point alive, the single shot of the entire championship.
He's pulling a Hewitt on Hewitt.
3 break points and another second serve. Wouldn't any of us just like to have one of these in our whole lifetime? That shot for the break point, and then on that second serve, just wheeling the forehand for the winner. Darren Cahill, the former coach of Lleyton Hewitt, applauding as some 20,000 plus did here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Two absolutely virtuoso shots from Agassi, who won 10 of the last 11 points and now serves for a 2-set lead at 6-5.
Says an awful lot about that coach, by the way. I mean, last year he helped Lleyton Hewitt win this title. A year later, he's explaining to Andre Agassi how to beat the world's #1. He gets good horses.
Lafitte Pinkai of the tennis world.
Hewitt doesn't know what hit him right now. He is just a frustrated young man. There's Darren Killer Cahill. Many years with Hewitt.
Brad Gilbert had been Agassi's coach for some 7 years. They've parted company but are good friends.
And how on top of things is Agassi right now? It's scary how well he's playing.
As he has done to so many opponents the last few years, just running them ragged, including Hewitt, who seems to love to traverse that baseline, but he's yanking him back and forth, and now 2 points from a 2-set lead.
That's just wide. What he'll learn from Agassi if he doesn't pull himself back is that he needs to do a better job on his serve. I mean, Agassi's at almost 70%. Hewitt's just been dropping since the very beginning, now down to 42% on his serve. That's not going to do it. Andre's still 2 points from a 2-sets-to-love lead.
Caught the sideline.
Just
No,
wide.
late call.
Just wide. It was just wide.
And no beef from Agassi's end.
Immediately throws the first double of the match. He has not had an ace yet. You can see from this replay that was clearly out.
Well, Agassi 2 points from the 2-set lead, and And now his opponent 2 points from a tiebreak. Set point.
Even the best take their eye off the ball.
It's a set where Hewitt's had the lead twice, only to have Agassi break back. Steffi Graf holding in her nerves in the background. Well missed, so 2 double faults in the entire match, both in this game. Hewitt serve letting him down. And now the break point for Hewitt.
Agassi with the tentative volley there, and he knows he's in all types of trouble. He guessed right, let the ball go, but it went just inside the line.
Tentative volley, John, and 2 double faults. And Hewitt is looking for any kind of opportunity. He got it.
Tie break for the second set.
And really, Andre Agassi broke himself there.
Agassi serving for the set at 40-30. Double fault, and Hewitt back very much in the thick of this semi-final battle. Hewitt 16-9 this year in tie breaks.
On that backhand. This is a guy, Agassi, who was muscling his way right up to what looked like a 2-sets-to-0 lead. Agassi wants this to be a very physical match. But Lleyton Hewitt is, again, he's always got his eye on the main chance.
He can play some defense, though. 1-1.
This could be a gloriously squeaky tiebreak.
Here's the point of the tournament so far.
Agassi hustling to get this one.
2-1.
Kind of swinging mid-court.
You talk about turning defense to offense here.
Got him a standing O.
You could go to a lot of great tennis matches and not see a better point than that last one.
31.
And now Agassi 3 points to 1 with the first mini break.
You're still shaking your head.
It's just how fortunate to be here to see two human beings play that well.
They take the corners well, don't they?
Here are the parents of Lleyton Hewitt, Lynn, his dad, Sherry Lynn, mother, both athletic. Australian rules footballer. It's good. And they change ends with Agassi leading 4 points to 2.
Replay of that on the Mac cam.
Hewitt thought it was out. Chair umpire Molina gave the palm down signal that he agreed with the call. Ooh.
That was long. Yeah.
Of course, we're talking about the fuzz of the ball in slow motion. But indeed, the ball is out.
Instead of 3-all, Agassi serving at 4-2.
Second serve barely touched the line. And again, Agassi with the swinging forehand volley winner. This was not in the book, the teaching books, not too long ago, but they sure are now. More and more players utilizing that shot.
To 3. Agassi knowing that he'll have 2 serves with a chance to serve the set out. But would like a little cushion here with an added point from Hewitt's serve. Hewitt making Agassi work for it now.
He hit a good enough second serve here. That ball sat up for him. He found the angle, and he's giving it back to Andre.
Now it's on Agassi's racket. His 2 serves at 5-4. The break back for Hewitt. 5-all.
That was very, very close, but looked to be a little long. Let's take a look, though.
That was good, so it's evened up.
I don't know if it was, well, if it was good, we're even.
Well, the first set point, but it's Hewitt to serve.
What happened on this backhand? Tightened up considerably there. It's set point for Agassi. 2 sets to love lead.
Agassi's second.
22-year-old Andre Agassi has a 2-set lead. Is he on his way to a final battle with Sampras?
Let's go back to that tiebreak won by Andre Agassi, 7 points to 5 in the play of the championship.
This was the point of the tournament to me, that Agassi was able to turn this into a winner.
Then a long rally at set point. And Agassi appeared to be weary there, didn't he?
Well, it'd be hard not to be. The intensity in that second set was just incredible. He came back from deficits on a couple occasions, breaks down early in the set, later in the set, pulled out that tiebreaker. Agassi, he can't be 32. It's impossible.
His 21-year-old opponent feels he always has plenty in the tank, and does he have one of those incredible come from behinds and bail out from 2 sets down? Agassi knows he best be wary.
After that second set, John, the big screen showed a couple of those last points, and the fans were screaming out all over again watching Andre's great play. But Kim Clijsters and Lleyton Hewitt had eye contact almost the entire changeover. Kim throwing her fist, telling her boyfriend that he was still in this thing.
It's not that he doesn't have enough physically. I think he does, but I think he's discouraged at the way he's playing, or the way he served. It's gotten to him. He's over on the sidelines. He's looking at his swinging his racket, or what's wrong with my forehand, my serve. It's just not working. He's not thinking enough about how to correct it.
We saw Clijsters, the Belgian star, top 10 player. 105-mile-an-hour ace from Agassi, his first of the match.
This is a serious danger zone time for Hewitt. You know Agassi. He knows when to press on the gas pedal.
And he holds at love to open the 3rd set. Semifinals, and next up, the #1 college football team, the defending national champion Miami Hurricanes at #6 Florida. And following the game of the weekend, we'll be back with the women's final. Michigan has made it 2-0 with a win over Western Michigan. Ohio State easily over intrastate Kent State, and Notre Dame has a 10-point lead in the 3rd against the Boilermakers of Purdue, their home opener. Hewitt, the winner here last year and 2 years ago, the doubles champion with Max Mirny. So he comes to New York with good feelings about his tennis and his success, but not his serving today at 44%, and now 7 double faults matched against only 4 aces.
His 5-set record is only 8-7, which is a bit of a surprise. He's come from 2 sets to love down once. Guillermo Cañas, who had to withdraw here because of a wrist problem. Excellent player. He's lost his way right now. He's going to have to pull his head together. That's the French Open last year. He pulled it off. Agassi senses and sees the light at the end of the tunnel here.
And suddenly Hewitt, again uncharacteristically, 10 more unforced errors than winners. That to the credit of his veteran opponent Agassi. Hewitt now 21 winners, 31 unforced.
I've never seen him serve it this far into a match this poorly.
2 more break points for Agassi on the 8th double fault. early leads in the previous 2 sets going to Hewitt. Now Agassi would like to enjoy that position. Good play by Hewitt. Saves 1 breaker.
Fiddle with those strings as we see him do so often. That's a tough play to pull off, though. That drop shot there, 15-40 down.
Agassi's made good on 5 of 10 break points. %, first serves.
And Agassi with a break. He, for the first time in the match, has the early lead, 2-love.
And above the USTA National Tennis Center, a view over at Louis Armstrong Stadium from the Expedia.com Skycam. And up inside, what a view that is of tennis's largest arena, 23,000 plus Arthur Ashe. And earlier they cheered Pete Sampras, who has gone from #1 down to number 17, and many thought his chances were slim here. Pistol Pete in the finals tomorrow.
It's one thing for Pete Sampras to take down Shane Shulkin in straight sets, but for Andre Agassi to perhaps be taking down Lleyton Hewitt in 3 straight is something else. Well left there from Andre. The great success comeback stories in the last several years has been this man's and of course Jennifer Capriati's. And the key to both of their comebacks has been that they work so hard. They got themselves so fit. So they've become such physical tennis players.
Well, that gives you a chance, but they're also loaded with talent, those two. Agassi giving you a nice display today.
Still, I like what Monica Seles said about Jennifer Capriati when she made the huge comeback and started winning majors at such a late age. Seles said, what she gets, she deserves 100% lead. And the same is true of Andre.
Yeah, he reinvented himself after falling all the way down into the Challenger Series. He had to work his way all the way up the ladder.
100% lead. Oh, man.
From outside in.
Hewitt's shown that shot a few times today.
He hasn't shown it enough. I mean, you just think of the fact that he's hit 22 winners, 35 unforced errors. Agassi's just controlled the match with his serve, done enough. He's gotten about 2 out of every 3 first serves in. Hewitt's just he's got to get back to work here in a hurry.
There's not one part of Andre Agassi's game that has failed him.
And with the ace, a 3-love lead. Super Saturday at the U.S. Open continues after this word from your local station.
Clear skies, temperature high 80s. Pete Sampras has earned his way to the finals, straight set over Shane Shulkin. And now it's Andre Agassi, and this would be stunning should he advance in straights over Lleyton Hewitt, who opens with an ace. They've been rare of late, only his 5th.
Especially in light of the fact that Hewitt came out of the gates roaring. He was up 3-love in the first. He served for the second set. And finds himself in a big hole now. See that often from Agassi coming in on the second serve. Figures he's down 30 love. Just put some pressure on Hewitt. If it doesn't work, fine. He's still up a break here at 3 love in the third.
Nine double faults from Hewitt's end. With his first game here in the third set, 3-1 Agassi. Marino with Nance. It's at noon tomorrow. All the games at 1 o'clock, and then at 4 following NFL action. We'll be here for the men's final.
When's the last time you see Hewitt not even attempting to run down balls? He's still mentally has to dig down deep in the reserves right now.
And all that running that Agassi has forced on his opponent may have even taken some toll out of the legs of this fine young athlete.
I think it's more of a mental thing, to be honest. He's discouraged right now.
Agassi has done such a good job of venting Lleyton Hewitt's confidence and just pounding at it for 3 sets. Agassi just has such an arresting court presence out there. Everyone feels it. Even that guy, Lleyton.
Throws in an ace. His third.
Well, he's very unusual in the sense that when he turns and rotates and gets ready and almost even runs, he turns his upper body first because he's so strong up there. He's worked so hard in upper body strength. That's very unusual for a tennis player.
Only the second point in 3 Agassi service games in this set that Hewitt has been able to collect.
I love to say this, but he doesn't stretch. He doesn't get any massages, and yet he comes out here and just wins matches.
Apart from his physical attributes, he's got so much personal power.
Third double fault. That point to his favor and then dumps it in the net. 4-1 Agassi, up 2 sets. Big enthusiastic crowd here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, and you can bet there'll be plenty of noise coming up from the University of Florida as Miami invades Gator country as the #1 team early in this football season. Florida #6. Hewitt serves 1-4 down in the third set, down 2 sets. He's not just missing that first serve, he seems way off.
Just doesn't seem like he's made any attempt to make an adjustment either.
40% for the match, first serve. I bet he hasn't been that low in a couple of years for a match.
This was Agassi once. It looks like he's almost rushing out there. Fine. I'll be happy to go up the court with you. Up 3 sets to 0. Play Pete Sampras in the finals tomorrow.
So many of us felt last year when they played that quarterfinal match won by Pete in 4 that was the final. Looks like this year, 1 year on, it really will be the final.
There's a good first serve.
The quality of and character that Lleyton Hewitt and the effort he possesses, you just feel like he's got to make one more run here.
He's only down one service break here in this third set. And his sixth ace with a quick hold, 4-2 Agassi. Slam wins this year at Paris and Wimbledon. And Venus Williams has won this event the last 2 years.
That's a fine effort from Lleyton Hewitt because he played the entire first half of that rally from way beyond the baseline and worked his way in.
That's a tough shot to hit that well, but he knew Agassi had run a lot in that point, so he didn't have enough left to do something. And maybe still feeling it from that last point. Here's Hewitt trying to fight and claw his way back into this match.
This is that one last run you were talking about, John.
And he's got to, if he does break, he's got to figure out how to do a little bit better job in his own serve.
And very quickly, Hewitt orchestrates a 3-break opportunity.
Depth helped him there. He stepped in finally. He looks like he's getting his confidence back, his intensity. Big edge for Agassi in this match with the serve. Far more times he's won free points.
And it's a huge point for the Australian defending champion. The break. They're back on serve. Is this the comeback start for Lleyton Hewitt? After playing at such a high level, an emotional trough now for Agassi. Even though his opponent slips, his cat-like quickness and balance gets him back in the point. He breaks Agassi. It's now 3-4 in the third. Agassi up 2 sets.
We've been speaking so much about the aggressive footwork of Lleyton Hewitt. There he is, tumbles in that rally and still gets right up. What pressure you put on your opponent.
Now this set just the reverse of the previous two, where it was Hewitt that took the early leads. Agassi broke back and took the sets. And this time Agassi with the early break. Hewitt comes back.
This is bad news for Agassi. It looks like his service, he's finally starting to find the range here.
Sledgehammer forehand.
No way in the world Hewitt thought that Agassi could do this, but he's one of the few gentlemen that's ever stepped foot on a court that can come up with winners like that. Just have to say too good, which is what Lleyton did there.
Skidded off the service line, 40-15.
It does look like Lleyton Hewitt has finally loosened up his shoulders a little bit. Not just on serve, but off the ground.
Terrible serving percentage in that second set, 31%, still under 50 here in the third, but picking it up the last two service games. Two points for 4-all.
Oh, come on.
Wouldn't go over for Hewitt, so Agassi tenaciously holds again. Is through to the finals tomorrow at 4. Some kangaroo core rooting for Hewitt as Andre Agassi, 2 sets up, tries to make it an All-America final, and Hewitt trying to deny it 4-5 in the third. A Grand Slam championship. After 2 impeccable sets from Agassi's end, and some errors creeping in here in the third set. And it's 5-all.
It's become a Davis Cup tie.
Well, that's good, because that will pump up Andre, because he needs to finish this off in 3 sets. Not only for obvious reasons to beat Hewitt, but to save himself if he were to get to the final.
The chant was USA, as you heard. Playing more confidently now, Hewitt. You cannot be serious, someone yells. A primal scream from Hewitt's end, low 30.
If he'd have pulled this third set out, we could be here a while.
All 15-30. Agassi, the owner of 2 tough sets. Agassi's first serve percentage from the mid-70s down to 64%. And the double fault. 2 break points for Lleyton Hewitt. And things become serious in the Agassi camp. Saves 1 breaker. One more chance for Hewitt to break and then serve out the set. Oh, caught both lines.
How big was that?
4th ace. You couldn't have run across the court and placed it there any better. Another. Only 5 aces in the entire match, but back to back, and 1 to bail out of a break point.
It's one way to combat all this latent aggression.
I liked it.
Sorry.
It was on the baseline.
That's
So
what
back to
Agassi
deuce.
does to his opponent so often. Right inside the baseline. That's a shot that Agassi has mastered for the most part, but too much at this tight point of this 3rd set. Desperate to finish this off in 3.
And another break point, the 3rd in this game for Hewitt. As grunts at Agassi's end getting louder and louder, John. What's that tell you? There's the break. Hewitt will serve for the 3rd set. He enjoyed an early 3-love lead and now serves for the set to pull within 2 sets to 1. New balls.
Talk about a roller coaster ride this match. The only thing could top it if Andre breaks and gets up match point, Hewitt wins the tiebreaker. Okay. Still hope. Then Hewitt wins the 4th.
He's still going.
Gets up
I
in
thought
the
he'd
5th.
left.
Agassi comes back and wins in the 5th set tiebreak.
They'll be out there when you're playing Becker tonight. Years younger, the legs of Lleyton Hewitt and his opponent. If it goes beyond 3, that seems to be all in the favor of the young Aussie.
Especially when you consider he was down 4-1 in this 3rd set. All appeared lost.
Goes in another double fault. 10 now for the match. And they've been a critical part of the story. They early on helped Agassi to battle back into the 1st set and then to come from behind and break back twice in the 2nd.
Hewitt served for the 2nd set. Don't forget, here he is trying to serve for the 3rd set. Andre looked a little weary there, but he gets right. Hewitt hit the ball back to him and then couldn't come up with the goods. This drop volley clips the tape. Here's Andre. The adrenaline rush will be incredible. 2 chances to take this to a 3rd set tiebreak.
While wife Steffi agonizes, she then sees her husband hit a wicked cross-court forehand to force the tie break. Never saw that kind of excitement from her on court, did we? Maybe now and then a jump for joy. Tie break for the 3rd set. Agassi 7 points to 5 won the 2nd set breaker.
He got that.
Wynn's going to take it long, and Hewitt, that lateral aggression you talked about, John McEnroe, at the very start, earns another tough point.
It's an incredible effort, too. I mean, this looked like volley Andre would put away. He looked like he played that on clay. He skidded into that ball. That was a dangerous play, but it worked that time. Not highly recommended for the ankles.
Agassi like a goaltender protecting.
One time he stretches out. Finally, Hewitt gets the ball by him.
Hewitt staring at elimination. Agassi at the finals here in this tiebreak. Hewitt up 1 minute. Grabbing some air, Hewitt. You don't see that very often.
Ball's wide.
Hewitt now up a double mini break. Somewhat desperate for Agassi here in the 3rd set breaker.
Sampras must be loving this right now. Sitting there already in the final. And it looks like this is headed to at least a 4th set, if not a 5th.
Sampras 2 tie-break sets and then 6-2 in the 3rd against Shane Shalkin. That first semifinal not without its tense moments for the veteran American Sampras. Agassi, as a change ends, finally with a point on the board.
You see him attacking. He's got some excellent feel up there at the net. It's a part of his game that he's improved this last couple of years. Very solid up there now. He's got a big hill to climb here to win this. Still down 5-1.
Hurricanes and the Gators coming up next.
When's that coming up? About 6:30?
5 o'clock. And now 6 set points for 21-year-old Lleyton Hewitt. Agassi yet to win a point on his serve in this breaker.
It's a tired looking serve there. Discouraged that this match is not over. There's the set.
7 points to 1. It's now 2 sets to 1 Agassi. Oh, and won the tiebreak 7 points to 5 for a 2-set lead, and then took the early break in the third as Hewitt broken in his first service game. But the young Aussie battled back. Finally the tiebreak, and impressively wins it 7 points to 1.
What is this guy, try or something? Not give up?
What was
Whoops.
that? Agassi, I guess, thinking that one's going to go. Andre played a very undernourished tiebreak there.
You don't see this often from Andre.
This is where his energy's got to pick up.
He's a little sore in the arms right now. Discouraged is probably a better word. And he has not in the locker room already. 2 sets and 4-1, Mary.
Jeez.
Pretty hard not to be discouraged. As well as he was playing, he could not put the #1 seed away, but that's what makes him the best player in the world. Just tenacity. Everything seemed to be going against him. Yet he's still there.
Easy hold at love for Hewitt to open the 4th set. Not a good omen for Agassi fans. For Agassi, he's going to tell us a lot.
He should now he should get down. See, get down 3 love.
Oh, here we go.
Reverse psychology.
John's still
move.
choreographing. He was right about that whole
still working on it.
A little more energy on that forehand from Agassi.
He looks a little weary out there, so what he's going to have to try to do is get Hewitt on the run again like he did that point.
They played over 2.5 hours.
And maybe he could dig deep in the reserves later in the match if he needed to slow Hewitt down a little here. He's still in it, but it hasn't been easy for Lleyton. Throughout this tournament, it's been a struggle. He's not played the best tennis we've seen in his career, but yet he's still around with a chance, a real chance.
Well, that's what Pete Sampras said when he was #1. He wouldn't be at his best. He still could win a big match. Sampras through to the finals with a chance for his 14th Grand Slam, his 5th U.S. Open title, to tie Jimmy Connors.
Speaking of person who played with a lot of effort. That's wide. That's a nice combination Lleyton has. He's faster than Borg, and he tries his, well, I don't know if he's got that yet, tries as hard as Connors, but he's pretty close.
Well, when Connors had his magnificent semifinal run here at the age of 39, I asked him what he wanted more than anything. He said, "Give me back 10 years."
Well, Agassi holds 1-all.
Agassi more than 10 years older than Lleyton Hewitt. And as fit as he is, I mean, that's got to count for something in a match this physical.
Connors was the last 30-year-old to win the U.S. Open. That was 19 years ago at age 31. So for Agassi and Sampras to entertain such high major hope of a title after 30.
Play each other, and one of them will win.
That's right. But it's still at the start of this championship, long odds.
15.
Andres Gomez was at about 88, 89 when he beat Agassi. He was over 30 at the French Open. But Connors the last to win the U.S. Open after age 30. And the oldest in the Open era was Ken Rosewall, 35, to win it.
Andres won in 1990. And it was his first and only Grand Slam title. So how about that for an effort at 30 years of age? Football coming up, but.
And we should say at 5 o'clock is the time the telecast is to begin. 5:30 kickoff. And speaking of college football, here at 40 Love, Oklahoma with a 6-point lead early against Bama. Michigan a winner again.
And the big difference between Andres Gomez and Andre Agassi is with Agassi, you see all of his engines running. You just see all the machinations firing away, and it's very obvious with Gomez. He made it, some people make it look effortless. Andres made it look lazy.
No, I hope he's not listening.
It's true. No, it was beautiful. It looked like he wasn't trying. He won the French.
Laconic.
Two 2-1 on serve in the fourth. Agassi leads 2-1. We go to Bill McAtee.
This U.S. Open update is sponsored by American Express.
Dick, thank you. The winner here will go on to face Pete Sampras in tomorrow's final. Earlier today, Pete defeated the big Dutchman, Shang Schalken, in straight sets. Pete in the U.S. Open final for the third consecutive year, 6-6-2. Bill McAtee back with Patrick McEnroe, and Pete told us afterward he didn't really have his best, but it was good enough.
Well, that's why Pete Sampras is the champion that he is, Bill. I mean, he didn't play his best tennis today, but he served well at the right times. He won cheap points with that serve. And the bottom line is, after an absolutely miserable year, Pete Sampras is here again looking for his 5th U.S. Open title. I think that this would be the most remarkable win of his career because he has had an awful year so far.
And how about a 14th
that'd be
Grand
nice
Slam
too.
championship? More of Agassi Hewitt live from the U.S. Open when our coverage from the National Tennis Center continues.
As you can see, 4:30 in the afternoon here in New York as our semifinalists return to the court. 2-1 Hewitt on serve in the fourth. Agassi leads 2-1. And the big question hangs over the 32-year-old Agassi as he serves. How much is left in those legs against a most ambitious opponent, continuing to run down every shot.
And the thing about Lleyton Hewitt is not just that He can move so quickly. He can accelerate, but he's also got those hydraulic brakes. Allow him to stop. You hear that little skid and bang, he's right back into the court.
Which is harder to do, by the way, as you get older. Tighten the joystick.
Yeah, it hurts to think of it when you have a little arthritis.
Look at that shot.
To low 30.
Agassi cannot be content to just play ball with Lleyton Hewitt. He's got to go back to trying to be aggressive off the ground himself.
He's trying, Mary, believe me. He doesn't want to take this to 5 sets. He's weary. Mentally, he's just trying to fight himself, too, along with Hewitt.
That's what he's got to do.
If he gets the short ball, rest assured he will try to hit those big shots.
Agassi, holder of a career Grand Slam. The unlikely win coming first at Wimbledon 10 years ago. Twice the U.S. Won the French in '99. 3 times the Australian.
That ball's going to go wide. See, he gets those first serves in. He can dictate play more easily. It's a good play by Andre, who normally plays rather quickly, to slow down there. Make sure that he was nice and ready for that big 15-30 point. There's another big serve that set up that point. It's well done by Andre.
Andre, as I say, with a career Grand Slam plus the Olympic gold. His wife, Steffi Graf, with a Grand Slam 1 of 5 in a single year and the Olympic gold, all in '88. Some parents, huh?
There were those breaks again, but Agassi with a forehand winner behind him. It's 2-all.
Well, Andre dug into the reserves at just the right moment here. Very well done here. There's his spot he loves to be, just inside that baseline. He torques those hips, turns those shoulders, and he just puts every ounce he's got into that forehand. Played already 2 hours and 42 minutes. And a pretty warm Saturday afternoon here at Flushing Meadow. It's got to be taking its toll.
There's a good first serve, diving up the middle.
Good catch, not, says the New York fans.
He's getting booed.
Go hide in the corner.
This is a rough
This
crowd.
isn't a baseball. Go over to Shea Stadium if you want to drop some balls.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh, oops.
13-15.
And the double fault. Any gifts appreciated from Agassi's end. 11 double faults in the match from Lleyton Hewitt.
So the first ray of hope for Agassi's fans in the 4th set. He's to 30-all.
There goes the serve again.
Down around 40%.
That's where that upper body pumping of the iron paid off for Agassi.
He's got a break point.
First he takes that ball up high in the two-hander, moves in and makes that shot look easy. But at this stage in the match, nothing's easy. But he does have a break point.
Agassi regains the lead in the fourth set.
Welcome back with Mary Carrillo and John McEnroe, Dick Enberg at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Agassi with a break of Hewitt's serve, leads 3-2 in the fourth, up 2-1 in this men's semifinal, with the winner to play Pete Sampras for the championship tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 39 winners each.
I want to see that drop volley winner again. It's a break.
First couple of points of this game are absolutely key.
It's been tough to hold the lead throughout the match. Long. John, it's like baseball, and I know you're a big fan. Your team gives you a couple-run lead. That next inning out, that pitcher, you can't give one of those runs back. And this is Agassi's position here, a chance to hold and take a 4-2 lead.
Well, he paces himself much better now, and he's been able to do that in this fourth set. Found a reserve that didn't look like it was there. You don't think Agassi has a lot of feel? I mean, look at this drop shot. I mean, look at the way he hits this ball here. Flicks at it the way he did with the wrist. He knew full well that was going in.
Right around the post.
Most people would hit it in the stands. Most professionals would have. He would have had another ball to pull that point out.
Mm-mm. 15-30. It's been true of both competitors, after breaking for the lead, having great difficulty holding the next service game.
Long. Talk about working hard. This is about ready for another standing ovation here at the effort Agassi's putting out. And again, to come up there and place it nice and deep. Force Hewitt to come up with a great shot. His went long there.
Boy, it's a clever shot. That slice almost from the baseline, dropping it over the net. It's worked effectively for Hewitt. And now the break point for Hewitt. Get back on course at 3-all.
Well, this is the effort level you dream about seeing the two semifinals out here at the U.S. Open.
Big save.
some Super Saturdays are more super than others.
We'll give this a super duper. Unbelievable.
You couldn't execute it any better from Hewitt's end. Good. That was a great shot. But
And that's a guy who normally plays with two hands, hitting with one. Incredible feel by Agassi.
now a point for the 4-2 lead. A gutsy hold. Digging out of a 30-40 hole. In case you're just joining us, this is the second semifinal. In the first set, Agassi down early 3-love, came back with some big serves, and then in the second set to a tiebreak and the point of the entire championship. Agassi seemingly out of it, brought the crowd to its feet roaring with that. And in the third set, Agassi tiring and Hewitt making the big shots. And he pulls to within 2-1. Agassi with the only break here in the fourth set. It's 2-4.
Oh, Hewitt's getting angry now. That last game was a very public pickpocketing. Agassi, Agassi pulled on Hewitt. And that might be the real point of the match in terms of gravity. The one Agassi chased down for the winner.
Well, he'd love nothing better to get a little insurance right now in his second break in this fourth set. And Hewitt back on the ropes.
At this critical stage, 5 points in a row for Agassi. He's 6 points from the finals at love 30. Tries for a 5-2 lead now for Agassi. They played twice earlier in the year. Hewitt won them both. Only broken 4 times out of 29 chances for Agassi. First time they played in a major today. Agassi will serve for the finals. One 31-year-old American Pete Sampras, who's won this event 4 times, waits in the wings. Andre Agassi up a double break, and they're on their feet to greet these men back to the court. Will it be an old-timers festival tomorrow at 4? In the midst of the wave here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Agassi with the luxury of a double break, leading 5-2 here in the fourth.
There are old-timers in the stands, too.
Making them feel mighty young. His 6th ace. We'll try to speak to both of these athletes after the match today, should we be coming to that conclusion. Love, 2 points from victory. 9 straight points for Agassi down the stretch.
He is an entertainer, but someone tell me you need an extra set to fill out the time? Unbelievable from Agassi. Standing, oh, they'll be standing in a second if they're not already doing so. Amazing. Triple match point.
One save for the #1 player in the world, the defending champion. Second match point.
That's in.
Hit the line. Hewitt showing his mettle, these big points. Agassi in a brilliant victory dismisses #1. A deafening roar in Arthur Ashe Stadium in approval. Six 4, 7-6, 6-7, 6-2. Two American Graybirds tomorrow for the title. Two of the oldest in the entire draw, and you saw Lleyton Hewitt. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. We'd hoped he might have a word to say, but obviously disappointed. And those friends of Agassi out in Las Vegas couldn't have drawn up that final. That is a long shot, couple 100 to 1 for those two to make it. And we can only hope that it will produce what we saw in the quarterfinals a year ago. Let's go to Pam.
Wow, Dick, I mean, what can I say, Andre, except how are you able to turn things around in the fourth after losing the third?
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. And, you know, the matches always goes up and down, and you get some breaks. And then at the end of the third set, a few shots went against me, and Lleyton raised his game. And the fourth was crucial for me to get a good start.
And what about the energy out here? Was it all right?
This is New York, baby!
It's the good old days. It's Pete and Andre in the finals of the U.S. Open. What about that?
I mean, where else would you rather be, right? This is it. I've worked all year to thinking about this tomorrow, and Pete is. I mean, we're both here again, and it's going to be a blast.
It's kind of cool for a couple of 30-somethings. Congratulations, Dick.
All right, thanks, Pam. Well, New York loves Andre, that's for certain, and Pete Sampras and Agassi. It's a match we saw for this championship 12 years ago when the then 19-year-old Pete Sampras became the youngest ever U.S. Open winner when he beat Andre Agassi. Another chance tomorrow at 4. Bill McAtee back. What a super Saturday today.